Hey posers, I'm back. The black and white delight is back to review Smackdown. Been gone for a couple weeks, had some personal things going on, but as you can see, I'm back and it's Halloween. I figured I'd dress for the occasion. Plus, I even picked up a kid off the street. So now we got the full effect of trick-or-treating Halloween right here in my unsquare circle center thingy. Yeah. You know, one thing that I've been kind of wondering about is why everybody's jumping on the Smackdown gravy train. I mean, I disappeared for 1 week and then you got Crazy Pretzel and ADTV doing Smackdown reviews. I mean, geez. I mean, I know they all didn't think they could compete with me, so then I go down for a couple weeks and all of a sudden everybody thinks they can compete with me. That's alright. You don't have to worry anymore. I'm back. So, let's talk about the new subscribers. This science fiction fan, Rozkala99 Ruffles, Mr. Boat 760, Khan 324, Felida the Geek, and if I'm mispronouncing any of these, I'm sorry, but the glasses and the mask and everything. Reruer N1, and it's not reviewer, it's Reruer. There's no V in it. Dr. Disturb Me, Empo Pimp Ill? I don't know. Wrestling God TV, T Jones 101, Starfire 77, The Reality Show, Don't Press This Button, Ugly Kanyoke, Free Sobs 164, MJ Hater Channel 01, The Fatty Beats. Had a lot of subscribers subscribe even when I wasn't doing reviews. That's because they were all anticipating my return. Never fear, I am here. Let's jump into this week's Smackdown.
Get ready for the Smackdown! Get ready for the Smackdown! How you gonna react when you're pulling your back now? Cause there's no turning back when you're facing the Smackdown!
This week's Smackdown is in my backyard of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We start off with an opening promo with The Undertaker's funeral, of course hosted by Paul Bearer and Kane. Kane is delivering a pretty good opening promo, and then out of nowhere, Alberto Del Rio comes out. I was actually kind of shocked because, you know, normally like a face would come out, but Alberto Del Rio comes out and he says, "It's a shame, not that The Undertaker is dead, but that I have never gotten the shot at the World Heavyweight Championship." So then, after a little bit, Alberto Del Rio knocks the urn out of Paul Bearer's hands and then starts beating the mess out of Kane. Alberto Del Rio holds his own against Kane. They actually were putting Alberto Del Rio over in this. So after that, Rey Mysterio comes out and tries to get Alberto Del Rio. Alberto Del Rio vacates the ring. Rey hits a 619 on Paul Bearer. Kane hits a big boot on Rey on the to the outside. And then out comes Edge, and Edge spears Kane. So, mass chaos at the beginning of SmackDown. I love it. So then we go to a backstage promo after we come back from the break, and it's Teddy Long and Alberto Del Rio. And all this is really Teddy making the main event match for tonight, which is a triple threat match for the #1 contendership for the for the World Heavyweight Championship. Then we go, which is Edge, Rey Mysterio, and Alberto Del Rio. Go to match 1 of the night. Dolph Ziggler versus Daniel Bryan. Now, I didn't see the Raw match, but I did see the bragging rights match, which was amazing. So I was really excited to see this match. And again, this match delivered. There was a lot of good mat work in the beginning. Kind of a slow start for these two, but there was a lot of good mat work between Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan. Well, Dolph Ziggler did most of the mat work and keeping Daniel Bryan grounded. Daniel Bryan then starts to pick up the pace, and he hits a nice knee to the sternum off the top rope. It was actually really good, but I think Crazy Pretzel said it should have been to the face, but I think it worked with the sternum. Then Dolph Ziggler retakes control and hitting a Famouser from behind on Daniel Bryan. In the end, Dolph Ziggler went for a sleeper hold, but then Daniel Bryan backed off into the corner, smushing the referee. Dolph Ziggler hit the zigzag on Daniel Bryan, but then was not able, the referee was out. So Vicky Guerrero crawls her little cougar butt in. By the way, Vicky was wearing a cougar outfit for Halloween. I think mine is much better. And this little kid here's is much better than a cougar outfit on Vicky. So Vicky comes in and does a 3 count and tries to say that it's legit. The referee comes in and says, no. Why are you yawning? This isn't boring. I think you're fired. Anyway, so Vicky Guerrero comes in, does the 3 count. The referee does not count it. He says, no, I need to count the 3 count. Who are you, Vicky? Get out of here. So then Dolph Ziggler turns around and then Daniel Bryan hits him with a nice chuck kick to the head and gets the 3 count. So your winner is Daniel Bryan for the 3rd time in a row. I don't know if I like that. I mean, I wish it'd be a little more back and forth than them just putting Daniel Bryan over like crazy. Dolph Ziggler is a great wrestler, needs to be put over. So, let's go to the Ranger ranking calculator to find out what I gave this match.
4 out of 5 delicious.
For those of you who don't speak little kid, that was 4 out of 5 Red Rangers. This was a great match. It was well put together. I mean, the beginning was a little slow, but that's because Dolph Ziggler is a mat technician. He can really go. Daniel Bryan's more of a high flyer / mat technician. This match was well put together and well done. I was very impressed with the creative team on this one, so I give it 4 out of 5. Next, we go to a backstage promo with Michael Cole Jr., a.k.a. Josh Matthews, with Kane and Paul Bear. Basically, Paul Bear just says that Alberto Del Rio is going to... I think either Alberto Del Rio or all 3 of them are going to pay for ruining the... I think it was all 3 of them. Was going to pay for ruining the Undertaker's ceremony. So, yeah, whatever. And then Kane just stood there going... Where are they? Sorry. Anyway, so... Next we go to another backstage promo with Kelly. Kelly standing in front of a mirror and dashing. Cody Rhodes comes up and he's, he kind of bumps her out of the way and he starts, checking himself out and being stupid and whatever. So, he says, he tells Kelly that, he has to constantly be in the mirror to make sure he's still perfect and whatever. The Big Show comes up from behind and there's a little banter back and forth. Big Show's great with promos. So, the Big Show then challenges him to a singles match. And Cody Rhodes says, no, I'm a tag team superstar. I don't wrestle singles. So then Big Show says, well, fine, I'll find myself a tag partner. We'll have a tag match tonight. So then Cody Rhodes is like, okay. So as he's leaving, Big Show does some other banter. I actually wasn't paying attention too much, so I didn't write it down. So anyway, we go to the second match of the night, which is Jack Swagger versus Kaval. It was a pretty good match. I mean, it was a great cruiser versus power match. There was, of course, Kaval being the new age Tajiri in the WWE, and just a lot of back and forth action between these two. Kaval hitting a lot of fast pace action, then, usually Jack Swagger would reverse into some power move or something eventually. In the end, Jack Swagger started working on the legs, hitting it on the apron and hitting it on the turnbuckle post. Got him in the ring, slapped him in the ankle lock, and then Kaval taps out. Let's go to the Ranger ranking calculator to find out what I gave this match. 3 out of 5 Black Rangers. This was a pretty good match. Nothing hugely notable, but these two guys worked well together. I'm just kind of curious as to why they don't put over Kaval. I mean, he won NXT Season 2, and I don't think he's won a match since. I think he tagged with Kofi, maybe won a match. I don't even know if he won that match. Alright, next we go to an in-ring promo with Teddy Long, where he starts calling out the Divas, and they're all in their Divas costumes. Once they all come out, Teddy Long says, hey, we're having an 8-woman Divas tag team match. So, that goes into the third match of the night. We have the Bellas, Kelly, Melina versus Rosa Mendez, Alicia Fox, and Team Lakewool. Nothing too notable in this match. The Bellas actually got some decent action, and they actually, I thought, did a good job. There was some really good, just back and forth action, but in the end of this match, Kelly hit a K2 leg drop on Rosa Mendez for the 3. It wasn't a bad match, I have to admit. For an 8-woman tag match, there were actually some decent women wrestlers in this match. So let's go to the Ranger ranking calculator, find out what I gave this match. 3 out of 5, Pink Rangers. As I said, it was an okay match for a women's match, so I gave it a mediocre rating. Next was a backstage promo with Edge and Rey Mysterio. Basically, these two just saying they're going to win the match tonight. Whoop-de-doo. Going to the fourth match of the night, which is The Chosen Ones. Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes versus The Big Show and his mystery opponent, Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston and Drew McIntyre started this match with some good work in the ring. And then, you know, The Big Show comes in as usual and dominates. After a while, Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes took back control of the match when Kofi came in. I mean, who's going to dominate Kofi? Or who's going to dominate Big Show, really? No one ever dominates the Big Show in a tag match. So, in the end, the Big Show takes back control. He goes ahead and choke slam on Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes was like, as the Big Show had him lifted up in the choke slam, the Big Show, Cody Rhodes is like looking at Drew saying, come on in, come on in, come on in. And then Cody gets choke slammed and pinned. Drew just kind of left. He was like, I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to touch that. After that, of course, after we come back from the break, was a backstage promo with Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes where they basically break up. Cody Rhodes is not happy with their relationship and the way it's going. Drew's not spending enough time in the ring with him, so they've decided to cut it off. Now we go to the main event. Oh, by the way, the tag team match, let's go to the Ranger ranking calculator to find out what I gave this match. 4 out of 5, Yellow Rangers. This was actually a really good tag match. I actually enjoyed this match a lot. Next, we go to the main event, which is Alberto Del Rio versus Rey Mysterio versus Edge, the #1 contendership for the World Heavyweight Championship. This match rocked. This match was 3 great ring workers in the ring, just doing awesome. Before the break, Rey Mysterio hit a nice splash off the top turnbuckle to the outside on Riho and Edge. During the break, there was some work on the outside of the ring, but once we came back, there was a spot where Edge went for, Alberto Del Rio was going to German suplex Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio's holding onto the ropes, so Edge went to sunset flip over both of them, and then he sunset flipped at Alberto Del Rio, and then Alberto Del Rio German suplexed Rey Mysterio. It was actually a really great sequence between these guys. There was a point where Rey hit the 619, and then Edge knocked Rey Mysterio outside the ring. Edge jumped in the ring and went to pin Alberto Del Rio. Almost stole it. His hand was this close to getting the 3. It was really close. It was actually another great sequence. In the end, though, Rey Mysterio was going to hit a 619 on either Edge or Alberto Del Rio, but then Alberto Del Rio put Rey Mysterio up in the victory roll position, or in the electric chair position, not the victory roll position, the electric chair position. I'm taking you back to your parents, you're strange. And then Alberto Del Rio was going to drop him, Edge speared Alberto Del Rio, and then, of course, Alberto Del Rio then hit the electric chair drop on Rey Mysterio. Edge picks up the 3. This match was awesome. It was awesome and off the charts. Let's go to the Ranger ranking calculator to find out what I gave this match. 5 out of 5, Green Rangers. As I said, this match was perfect. It was an awesome match. There was I think the ring announcer kind of distracted Edge or something like that for Riho. But other than that, there was no outside interference. This match was awesome. This is why I came back tonight, was because I watched this SmackDown and I said, holy crap, this was a great night of SmackDown, and I have to come back and I have to talk about it because this was an awesome. Let's go to the Ranger ranking calculator to find out what I gave the night. 5 out of 5, Blue Rangers. You know, tonight was perfect. Tonight was well executed, not a lot of promos, all the matches got good time, even the Divas match was good. I mean, how many times can you say that? Anyway, I'm going to wrap things up here. Tonight's SmackDown was brought to you by Polar Pop by Circle K. I'm Batman, and this is Wolverine, and we are